All right, folks, we're out well before sunrise. The plan is to make a run down the lake, get into some deep water, over 100 feet of water, and it's also hot water, middle of summer. We're gonna be downlining and freelining for some catfish. All right, guys, got a rod going. Boom, hooked up, hooked up, hooked up. That's what we like. Sun's not even above the trees yet. Boom. Hooked up, baby. This one, about 25 feet down, I think is where we had this set up at. I think he may. Did he get into another line? Don't know. Little net cam action going there. Boom, got him in the net. Fish number one. Nice blue. We were eating them. This would be enough for a meal right here, guys. It's a good looking fish. Hitting the old garlic chicken of all things. Garlic chicken. There was a talk at the ramp yesterday as far as what was working. I don't know if it was a lie or not, but it caught this fish. Let's get him back alive. All right, boom, there's fish number one in the boat. That came on a line that was down about 25 feet. I've got them scattered right now from about 15 feet down to about 25. Then I got the two on top of the water. That one was relatively deeper, but we got one nice eater sized fish. We'll see if there's some bigger stuff around. All right, guys, got that same rod going. Same rod, same place, same depth. Hooked up. Hooked up. All right, so garlic chicken does work. My boat smells like an Italian restaurant, but I guess it's better than rotten cut bait. We'll take what we can get. Happy to get one, happy to get one. Got us another eater size, just for the net cam, if nothing else. Everybody loves the net cam. Thanks to Element for sponsoring the net cam, keeping us hydrated out here. Boom. A little walk. Done. Got him in the boat. Another good looking eater size fish there. Only thing I hate about using a net, they will wrap up in it when they're fired up. There we go. Good looking fish. Good looking fat football shaped blue cat. Happy to have them. And I know somebody's gonna ask about bait. Well, right there it is. Garlic chicken. Yes, garlic chicken. Why garlic chicken? Well, I'm on the lake where Mac Byrum, the previous owner of this boat, made it famous. And all the talk at the dock the past few days has said that's the bait that's working. So let's go with what's working. Just in case y'all are wondering what this bait looks like, that is it right there. Nice piece of garlicky chicken, about a 5/0 hook. Just a Carolina rig. Now what I'm going to do is drop it down about 24 feet. I got about 2 foot of pull here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Boom. It's in the strike zone. Got one going on this boat. There we go. I'm going on this rod. Another one that same depth. These two back ones, I've got up 10 or 12 feet and I ain't had a hit on them yet. So this tells me I probably need to drop this baby down to that depth. A little net cam action going there. Come on, baby, walk in there. Probably could lift him, but we're not. Cruising through about a half a mile an hour. So not super fast. That's the downside. We'll take them. We'll take them. Another good fish. Another good eater size. Heck yeah. Back alive. So the thing we found the past few trips, getting out here early. I love getting out here early to beat the crowd and beat the heat. That's the biggest thing. But the bite kind of picked up once the sun got up a little bit. We've actually picked off more this morning before the sun got up than we've had on some of these previous trips, where it was kind of once the sun got up above the trees and they started to push deeper. It may have been I just had too many baits up shallow on some of these previous trips too, marking fish shallower and you know, trying to fish them. Those could be catfish, they could be hybrids, they could be spotted bass, could have been a lot of things that just weren't hitting these baits. But these deeper placed baits seem to be working, and that's pretty good fishing the boat. We'll talk more in a minute, a little bit about why this works and why it may or may not work where you're at. Dang, there's another fish on that same rod. That is crazy. I think this is hookup number 4. I think 3 of them have come on this rod. It's all right, sometimes that's the way it works. Don't know why, but sometimes that's the way it works. And this one up here. I don't want to net him, just to save some trouble here. Boom, 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 got him. Again, that one's 24 feet or so. Good fish, bam, good color. Nice looking blue cat. We'll take them all day long. Back alive. There you go, folks, fish number 4, and I think 3 of them came on that rod, if I'm not mistaken. And I take it back. Do we have one on the free line? I can't remember. Anyway, y'all go back and tell me. But yeah, they're the bait's working. The bait's working. That's 4 fish relatively quickly, and we're in hot water, dude. This stuff is up to 92 degrees. It is some warm, warm water. This is it's gonna be hot today. It's gonna be around 100 here. I think we've got 100, 103 the next couple of days. I think yesterday was 101. So these temperatures are going up. It's brutal heat. And that's part of what creates this phenomenon here with where these fish are and what's going on with the thermal pockets. Similar stuff happens in other reservoirs. This is kind of a big lake kind of a deal, especially a big lake that doesn't move a whole lot of water out of it. And you get some dynamics that happen. This is happening near the dam on this lake, and you add in the fact that there is a nuclear plant here at the dam that takes in massive amounts of water for cooling. It creates effect that kind of creates pockets of oxygenated water and unoxygenated water, and kind of pins these fish up there. Biggest thing is it pins the bait in those locations, and that's why the blue cats are here. So this could happen on some reservoirs. Again, I think it's bigger reservoirs as this is going to happen, and deep. So you need a combination of some deep water, some really hot water, some what I'd call stagnant water that really doesn't move through the lake very quickly, and some blue cats. And put all that together and you can have some fun fishing like this. Man, you can't make this up. This is on the same rod. Same rod. There is nothing different. The only thing I can come up with is maybe there is a sinker size difference on this thing, but still, this is crazy. Same rod. It is closest to the transducer, but still it's 20 some feet down, so that shouldn't have an effect on anything. Good fish. We'll get him up here. Get a look at him. A little windier than it's been our past few trips, which is good considering it's going to be over 100 degrees today. Having a little bit of a breeze is not a bad thing. Oh, it's better fish. A little better fish. In the net. That one there is worth a picture, worth looking at. Yeah. Fish in the teens, that's what we're looking for. Heck yeah, right in the corner of the mouth. Good hook set with the old Catfish Pro hook. Nice fish. Heck yeah. That dark color in this clear water. Pretty fish. Sun coming up over the trees. He's going back alive. That's really crazy that almost every fish has come on that one rod off that corner. There ain't that much different. It's got a slightly smaller sinker, but still it's a 2-ounce sinker. I don't know, I think I got 2 ounces on everything, but it's the way it goes. I've got these baits. I'm marking fish from about 50 feet up to about 20 feet. So I've got stuff in the 24-foot range, which is where all of these have come on that rod. And then I've got some stuff on down deeper just to see what's down there. Like I said, it's been a pretty good bite. We got a lot of them in the boat pretty quickly. Just gonna keep trolling around here and see what we hook. Guys, I think there may be a fish on, boom, free line. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I put out free lines on the port side with cut bait. And just to change things up, we kind of got into a little bit of a drought here with no fish. So I decided to put out some cut bait, kind of cut them in elongated strips so they almost look like a LY for blueback heron. And let's see what we got here. This one hit it, not very aggressive. Let's see what we got. Over this side, like I said, it's been dead here for probably 45 minutes since the last fish. That's a blue cap. Yes, sir. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's barely hooked. We're gonna have to go to the net just to prove he was here. He is about to throw that hook. Boom, got him. There we go. Trying to get a hold of him. It's the only reason I netted him. He's a small fish, but I wanted to get him in here to prove I caught him. Little football belly hitting one of those free lines out there. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Let's get him back alive. So here's all that is. I got my main line. It's tied to a swivel. Above that, I got a split shot that kind of slid up the line there. Just a little split shot on there. Then I got a leader, I don't know, 18 inches or so. Then what I'm putting is just a little piece of cut bait on there, just to put some color out there in the water. Kind of elongated so it kind of twirls and spins. And I cast it out as far as I can get it, run a bunch of line off, and just let it kind of float out there. And we pick some off about every trip doing this. Got one going over here, finally, cut bait side. You know, this is funny. 2 cut baits in a row here. Is something changing, or am I just sitting in a different place? Who knows? I am in a different water, a different depth of water. We're only in 80 feet of water now versus the 100 that we were in before. So I don't know if that's making a difference or not, but just changing some stuff up. That's kind of what you have to do when things quit working or aren't working. Quit doing what you're doing, do something else. Try to find something that is working. And that's what we got here. I think we got a liftable one. Yes, sir. Get him up here, take a look at him. Boom, channel cat. We're getting some nice channel cats up here on this lake. I love good channel cats. Perfect rod for this. I'll show you the rods here in a second. But nice little channel cat on a piece of cut bait. About 80 feet of water. We're picking at them. Another one released alive. All right, guys, here's the rod rig setup I'm using. These are Catfish Pro reels, 30-pound Andy monofilament on it. These are the new Dragonfly rods. They've got the aluminum reel seat with the trigger action there on it. And they got the solid foam all the way down the handle, which I love. Thank you, Catfish Pro, for doing that, adding that to the rod. A little different paint job. It glows in the dark. No batteries, no paint, no illumination, nothing special, no tape. It glows in the dark. So we're gonna try to do something with those at some point. Then up on this end, got a sinker. That's a 3-ounce, a swivel piece of leader. This is a long piece. That's probably a 2-foot leader. Now right there, it's just a piece of fish, a fillet that is supposed to look like maybe blueback heron, thread fin, something like that, swimming through the water. So, oh, I've added a power handle to it too. These are the aftermarket Catfish Pro power handles. So you got to get one of those. They're sexy. Let's get it back in the water. So you may be wondering, why garlic? That is a good question. I am not sure what it is with garlic. Again, people say, oh, it's got a strong odor, but here's the thing with smell, folks. The smell has to have a meaning, and what I mean by that is it has to deliver something that the fish want or crave. They just don't eat anything that has a strong smell to it. So I'd be curious to know what it is scientifically that brings fish to the garlic chicken, because it does work. It catches fish. Mac Byrum proved that for decades up here, catching fish with it, and hundreds if not thousands have followed in using it, and it'll catch them. So I don't know, I decided to try it. I haven't used it in a long time, and hearing so many people catching fish with it, that decided to put it on the boat. What the heck. I use garlic powder, and Mac swears that garlic powder is the way to go, not the pure garlic or the whole garlic. And you have to sprinkle it on the night before and let it sit in the refrigerator. Supposedly that helps somehow. So I'm not going to argue with ritual. It caught fish. So I'm sure you could probably put it together that morning. I will say this, there is a different consistency to it this morning than last night when I prepped this stuff. I just cut it up into small chunks and put it on there, and it seems to work. So we'll see if we catch any more with it. Boom, just reeling up to move. I get nailed right here at the dam. This is on the chicken side of the boat. Long pull, probably 45, 50 minutes. Nothing. And I stuck one. I was just getting ready to go look at another place, but I think these fish have just gone totally inactive here later in the morning. If we can lift him in here. Oh, quick release right at the boat. Boom. About a 10-pounder. That's a good way to finish up. I'm all the way to the dam at this point, and there's fish here. That was a chicken bite. We got all the good stuff out, but I've had a bunch. I'm gonna call it a day. It's good fishing. Gonna come back maybe when it's not as hot.